Round for Round Boxing in association with BWTM Sports. www.roundforroundboxing.com. Oops. Okay, and so we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome again to BWTM Sports. We have another baller in the room. It comes to us via Toronto.
Yes, Toronto, Canada, Scarborough to be exact.
But also Trinidad and Tobago as well, right?
Oh, my mom's from Trinidad. My father's from England. So
okay. So you're half and half.
Yeah.
But you're still a Trini, so you're still one of us.
For sure.
Cool. So I have with us in the room. Who do I have in the room with us?
Nick Lewis.
Okay, Nick. So let everybody know a little bit about who you are.
Nick Lewis, 25 years old. I'm from Scarborough, Ontario, which is located in Canada. Professional basketball player for 5 years. Played on Canadian national team, Great Britain national team, and now I represent Whirling Thunder for the season.
Okay. So talk to us about your journey. What got you into basketball in the first place?
To be honest, I started playing basketball when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Well, my brother used to play, like not seriously at the time, but we had a basketball on it outside, so I just lived outside playing basketball every day at a young age.
Yeah.
Rain or shine, snow. It snows in Canada, so
yeah.
I mean, you can't play ball when it snows outside, but I still found a way to shovel the driveway and still put up some shots.
Okay.
So it's just been an ongoing thing for me from there because it's something that I grew to love. Became addicting.
When did you discover that you could have a career in basketball?
Careers in terms of professional career?
Yeah. Where's that moment where you said, aha, I can start making some money from this?
Yeah, there's an exact moment.
Tell me.
It was actually in grade 12. Long story short, I was supposed to attend a university in the United States. But at the time, I was presented an opportunity to see if I could play professional basketball. You see what I'm trying to say?
I got you.
So I wasn't guaranteed the opportunity to play professional basketball, but I was presented an opportunity to go and get the opportunity to play professional basketball, if you get what I'm trying to say. So I kind of took a risk. So what a lot of people don't know is that like my way of getting to England was like, I kind of made it happen myself. You know what I mean? Like I didn't call up an agent and it was like, yo, get me out here. You know what I mean?
So how did you do it then?
I packed up my own bags and made it happen for myself.
How?
Contacts, I reached out to certain people.
You hustled?
I hustled. The thing was, I didn't know that I didn't even have I only got my British passport the year of my first year playing professional basketball.
Okay.
So what happened was I left from Toronto to come to England. So then I got my passport after I got to England.
But why England? Why not America? Because that's where the NBA is, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
like you just said, I was presented an opportunity to play professional basketball.
Yeah.
Instead of going, if you tell an 18-year-old from Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather go to university or would you rather go play professional basketball? Right? At 18-year-olds not gonna know the difference between England and this and that.
Yeah, but family can say, boy, go and get your education first.
For sure. What? See, right there. So okay, I got you. So when I was presented an opportunity to play professional basketball, I also received a full scholarship to attend Sheffield Hallam University, where I got my degree in sport coaching and exercise, which I didn't know I was gonna get. Right. You know what I'm trying to say? So it was one of those things that just fell into my lap.
Okay.
So yeah.
How'd you find Sheffield? I love Sheffield.
I love Sheffield. I got a lot of close friends out there. My teammates, old teammates. Close with a lot of people in Sheffield. My old classmates. I still talk to them. I'm gonna be seeing them soon. It's
good. Nightlife.
Nightlife's good. A lot of students. A lot of clubs, bars, all that stuff. It's a good atmosphere. It's like a really close atmosphere.
I know.
It's nice though. It's a good vibe.
So how do you compare that to somewhere like London in terms of the vibes and the people from London to Sheffield?
I mean, London's kind of like Toronto,
in
a sense, but Sheffield's more like, I guess you could say it's kind of smaller. It's more enclosed.
It's more warm, more friendly.
Yeah, definitely. People are more woman friendly in Sheffield. You know, people will probably more like they'll probably talk to you more in Sheffield than they would in London. London's like Toronto or New York City. Like, you know, everyone's just on their own page. Everyone's on their own wave. No one really cares what you're on.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Sheffield's like, you know, they'll take your time and be, oh, that's what you do. That's cool. They'll be interested.
So you played basketball in Sheffield, I assume.
Yeah.
So from Sheffield, how does the journey go from Sheffield to Worthing?
Okay, so I played 3 years playing for Sheffield Sharks.
Okay.
And that began in 2012. And
how'd they do?
We did pretty good. We always finished like top 4, top 5.
Okay.
I think we made to like second round playoffs. Well, we won the trophy final. I think it was my first year or second year. No, it was my first year. And yeah, it was a good team. We always had a solid team. You know, we always did our thing. Like teams couldn't count us out. You know, you couldn't come into a game and be like, yo, we're gonna whoop these guys. Like, nah. Like,
so you always held your own against the best.
For sure, we held our own for sure, definitely.
So you as a player, what position you play?
I play point guard.
Okay.
Point guard, shooting guard, but more point guard.
Okay, and when you were playing for Sheffield, were you considered a star? Were you just called the also-ran?
No, I wasn't even considered a star in Sheffield. I definitely, like, when I came to Sheffield, I had to start all over again. I had to hit a refresh button. You know what I mean? Because I'm coming from Toronto, where it's like I'm playing on the national team.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you do that?
But the thing is, like, I went to school in New York.
Right.
For prep school.
Okay.
So I actually went from Toronto to New York to England.
Okay, prep school, explain that to people. Because prep school means, like, you're 5 and 6 years old. Like.
Oh, okay.
In the UK.
Like, prep school is like more of like a private school.
Okay.
But I was there to continue my career in basketball. So
how old were you then?
When I first got to school in New York, I think I was 16.
Okay.
Yes, I was 16.
Right, okay, that brings some sense there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you're playing at Sheffield. You're saying you had to hit the reset button, but how do you hit a reset button? If you've represented at national level, then you're playing for Sheffield. Is that a step down? Is that a step up? Is that a step to side? What's the standard?
When I was playing on the Canadian national team, I was playing on the under 16 Canadian national team, so I wasn't playing on the men's national team. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
In terms of having to hit refresh, it's all about who's watching you. You know what I mean? So why would people in England be, you know what I mean? Looking at me all the way in Canada or any other players like that. You know what I'm saying? At that age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like no one's at the professional level.
Right.
We're just not that age yet. You know what I mean? So when I'm saying I had to hit refresh, I had to come to England and make a name for myself.
Yeah.
So I didn't come in as like, oh, Nick Lewis, you know, we got Nick Lewis. Nah, it was like, who's Nick Lewis?
Who's Nick Lewis?
You know what I mean?
What does that feel like? What did that feel like?
I love that. I live for that.
What, the people didn't know who you are, you prove yourself.
I live for that, man. You know what I mean? You gotta prove. You always gotta prove yourself. Every season you gotta prove yourself. But just the fact that I'm going somewhere else to a different country, you know what I mean?
So what's the biggest struggle for you transitioning from Canada to the UK?
In terms of
what? You tell me. I'm asking you the question.
I'm used to change. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Coming from like Toronto, I grew up in a lot of different places. You know what I mean? I didn't just. My family never just had a house, or we just bought a house and we just stayed there our whole life. And I just picked up my bags one day. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm used to traveling, changing houses. You know, I'm 25 years old, and the amount of houses and stuff that I lived in is crazy. You know what I mean? We could sit here and talk about that for hours. You know what I mean? Okay. But I'm used to having to transition and change. You know what I mean? I'm comfortable being uncomfortable.
So while you're on your journey in basketball, you get to Sheffield. Who are the people you're looking up to in basketball? Are you aware of the basketball scene in the UK and the players that are there? Or just doing nothing?
I had no idea about. I didn't even know they played basketball in England before I got here. To be honest, you know, I had no idea. And it wasn't until someone told me, like, if you could get your passport and go to England, you could play in the Great Britain national team. Because what happened was with the Canadian national team, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basically, like, it got to a point where I didn't want to. There's a whole bunch of so long story short, I played on the under 16 team, and then I got cut from the under 17 team.
Right.
So then from there, I was like, oh, it's over for Canada. You know what I mean? Those guys don't want me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I came to Great Britain. I'm like, yo, I'm playing with these guys. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make my name over here if I can. You know what I mean? Okay. So it was like that.
So was it easy for you to get into the Great Britain team, or was it harder for you to get into the Great Britain team?
I think that the timing was perfect because at the time the Canadian national team didn't have an under 20 team.
Okay.
So when it was time for me to go to Great Britain, I was 19. You know what I mean? So it was like I was part of that age group.
Well, did you consider yourself as a Brit at the time, or was it just one of those kind of passing situations? Because Lennox Lewis,
to play on the Great Britain team.
Yeah.
I was definitely like labeled as like a naturalized player. So it wasn't like, yo, this guy's British. It was like he's Canadian British.
Okay,
so I still looked at as a Canadian.
Like Rosetsky in tennis, or Lennox Lewis, although Lennox was born in the UK, he won the gold for Canada. Yeah. So
it's like that kind of basically.
Right. Okay. You didn't have any. Did you feel any way, obviously, that you were Canadian playing basketball for the UK and
I mean, other people might have thought something, but to me, I'm playing basketball. You know what I mean?
So you were a Brit at that time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm representing what's on my chest, right?
Okay.
So it's like that. It's not like I'm not British. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it took me a while like to embrace it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Until I got that passport, I didn't feel like I was British. You know what I mean? I knew I was British. Yeah. But once you get that passport and you're in England and you're doing this, going to school, like I felt, you know what I'm saying? Like,
did you feel that you were received in that way, or did you feel you still had he's not real Brit?
I mean, no one could tell me what I really am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
you
British,
are who you are.
Yeah,
and that's
I'm British at the end of the day, right? So.
But did you ever feel that way though?
Growing up, or when I got to
you got to the UK and obviously playing for Great Britain?
Yeah, for sure. I felt that because at the same time, when I got signed as a player, I'm getting signed as a domestic player. I'm not getting signed as a like an import player. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like I was like an importer, nothing like that. Okay. I felt like I was at home.
So Sheffield, how do you remember your time at Sheffield? You're looking back.
It was a great first year for me because I definitely feel like I made a name for myself.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like I proved myself that first season. So I feel like teams couldn't count me out. You know what I mean? On a scouting report, you're not gonna not talk about me. You know what I mean?
So you moved from Sheffield. What happened? What makes the move from you to Sheffield?
So I played for Sheffield for 3 years.
Okay. And
I just gotta level up every year. You know what I mean? You can't can't stay in the same spot. You know what I mean? So I wanted to play on another team. It could have been in a different league, this and that. But over that summer, I actually got in contact. I actually signed with an agent, and we were talking about signing with London Lions. So I actually spoke to the coach Vince, the manager at the time, and one thing led to another, and I ended up signing to London Lions for my fourth season.
So when you got to London Lions, was it, hey, Nick Lewis, or
still? When I got to London Lions, it was definitely like, hey, Nick Lewis is here, you know. Then that was more like a little bit more like, yo, this, you know, we got a little bit of a star coming through, you know, because like I said, I've been playing for Sheffield for 3 years, and I did my thing over there. So it's like, we're signing this guy because we know what he could do now.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so you play for London Lions.
Yeah.
Talks about London Lions. You're in London now. You are in the heart.
Yeah, London definitely was more. It felt more like home, more like Toronto. Right?
Okay.
Big city. You know, subway system and all that stuff.
So how do you deal with obviously personal life, girls, distractions, going out with the guys? How do you, as your teammate Ishmael Fontaine says, contextualize things? How do you deal with those issues? How do you deal with, now you're in another country, you're going out with the guys, there are females around. How do you stay focused to stay being the best player you possibly can be and stay focused?
You just gotta understand there's a time and place for everything. It's just like life, you know what I mean? It's just like your job, right?
Yeah.
You don't go into work, you know what I mean, acting a fool or doing this or worrying about this and that. Some people do.
Hey, Harvey Weinstein did, so I mean,
well, that's the thing. That's exactly like.
But you've been doing it for years.
Yeah, it's true. But I look at it like I'm not gonna want to ruin what I have going on in my career just because of what's going on in the outside world. You know what I mean?
But that's the way you think that. Why do you think that way? Because I know a lot of people don't think that way.
Everything is at stake.
Yeah, but everything's at stake for them as well. And I've seen it fall apart. So what makes Nick Lewis a cut above or separate from that? You've got to be cut from a different cloth, and nobody just gets cut from a different cloth like that. There must be a reason why you have come to that decision or be that way.
Because everything's on the line. You know what I mean? I'm a professional basketball player that's trying to get somewhere. Like, my end goal is to get to the highest level that I can reach.
Yeah.
So if I know that I'm going to do something that's going to affect that or ruin that chance, I'm not gonna do it. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So it's one of those where it's like you just gotta stay on your toes. You know what I mean? You're a basketball player. You gotta carry yourself as a professional. You know what I mean? No matter what, no matter where you go, you gotta carry yourself as a professional. That could be in a club, in a bar, in a business meeting.
Give me a situation. So you're out with the boys.
Okay, say we're out with the boys and like, you know,
you're in a club.
Let's just say we're in a club and it's like there's like someone tries to fight one of my teammates or something. You know what I mean? And just like, let's just say there's a guy like you outside interviewing the club owner or something like that, right? Yeah. We're not gonna have a team brawl right in front of the cameras or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? Like it's all about how you carry yourself, right?
So you're in a club, bunch of girls see you. It's Nick Lewis, look at him. Girls come to approach you. How do you respond to it? How do you deal with that?
Just like, you know, you be respectful. That's all it is. It's just about carrying yourself in a respectful manner, right? So it doesn't, you don't really need to go out of your way to do anything that you wouldn't do or that you shouldn't do.
So you sound very cold and clinical and calculated. Where does ego come into this, Nick? Or do you not have an ego?
I have an ego on the basketball court.
But okay.
I mean, some people may say I have an ego off the court, but
okay, but hold on. You have ego on the basketball. How do you keep that in check off the basketball court?
Like I said, there's a time and place for everything. When I'm on the basketball court, I'm aggressive. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about your style. What sort of how would you describe yourself? If you're selling yourself to a person that didn't know Nick Lewis and you were looking down the camera, how would you describe yourself?
I'm a killer. I'm a killer, man. I got no conscience. You know?
Well, he sounds like that to me.
Yeah.
The way you're talking, you sound cold and clinical. You don't sound to me like a man. You seem like a man that's all about business. That's it.
Yeah. Like it is what it is. I have a goal at the end of the day, and that's to win the game and to prove myself at the same time. So as a basketball player, I bring a lot of aggression. You know, I bring a lot of energy to the game, whether that's starting, whether that's coming off the bench. I don't care. You know what I mean? If I'm last man off the bench, I'm going to give you the same type of energy as if I was the first man off the bench or as if I was starting point guard.
So you're at London Lions, you're on the bench, and you look around the players that are on the London Lions. Do you feel at the time adequate and good enough, or do you feel that you
at London Lions?
Yeah,
I was starting point guard at London Lions.
Okay.
So when I got to London Lions, it wasn't like, yo, here, you got to prove yourself. It was like, nah, we need you to be a leader on this team. We need wins. You gotta bring what you bring every night type thing. It wasn't like, yo, you're on the bench. You gotta, you know what I mean? It was like, nah, you're starting. You got a job to do. It was more of a job compared to like my first year in Sheffield, where I'm one of the youngest players in the league, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm coming out of high school, right?
Yeah,
most players in the BBL, they're coming out of either university, right, finishing their fourth year in university, or they're coming elsewhere from other professional leagues.
Okay.
You have to understand that I'm coming from high school, which is not a normal thing. That's like something like Brandon Jennings did. You know what I mean? So it came to a point where it's like I was looked at as very young and immature just off rip, just because of my age. You know what I'm trying to say?
How did you overcome that? How did you?
Like I said, I had to prove myself, kill guys on the court. You know what I mean? Get buckets, get my name out there. Right?
Okay, I get you. So all right, London Lions. How many seasons have you got London Lions?
Oh, just one.
Just one season.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we now 2018? We're talking now.
No.
What happened then?
My last season was 2015, 2016. Yeah.
Okay, then what does Nick Lewis do after that? What happens then?
I actually spent my last two seasons in Toronto.
Okay.
Dealing with some family stuff.
Okay.
My grandfather passed away actually.
Sorry to hear that.
A couple months ago, but I actually took the time while I was at home to build my own company.
Talk to me about that.
I built my own organization called Make It Work. Basically, what Make It Work is about is a platform, right? Look at a guy like me, right, from Toronto, trying to get to the next level. At that time, I'm trying to get to the NBA, right?
Yeah. It seems everyone's dreams to be.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't it be? That's the highest level of what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So of course it's going to be your biggest dream. But what I decided to create was a platform to be able to not just give kids an opportunity, but to be able to open doors for them. Could be internationally, like England. Look what happened to me, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So that's how I kind of molded my business around my life.
Okay.
Right? Because you don't know where you're gonna end up. You don't know how you're gonna get there, right? You don't know what team you're gonna play for, what camp you're gonna go to, this and that. So it's like I built a platform where anybody could get anywhere. Right. So a kid from China can come on my platform through my company and get to North America, or a kid from England can play on my platform and be seen in some other country. That's what my goal is. It's called Make It Work Global. My company is global. We're not just Toronto based or England based. It's global. Whoa, I want to be able to open the doors for everyone everywhere, not just kids, all the way up to the professional level. So that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years, building that.
What inspired you to do that?
My life and just wanting more in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like wanting, because I come from nothing.
When you come from nothing, and you make yourself to be something from nothing.
Exactly. So I know how to do that. I know how to literally put that on paper.
So how do you deal with a man that comes from everything? How do you have a conversation with a man that comes from everything? When you play a baller who's had everything
like off the court,
and he comes next to you, and you sit next to him, and you sit, and and you come from nothing, and he's come from everything. How does that chemistry? Do those two worlds meet?
Of course they can.
How do they meet? And where do they meet?
I mean, let's just say you come from everything. I come from nothing. We could be sitting here talking about basketball and have the same opinion, and next thing you know, we're best friends. We go to basketball.
But the hunger that you have to be different to the hunger that he has.
Of course.
Why?
But to me, that's just an opinion.
Okay.
Because he could sit there and be like, "Nah, bro. Like I've been doing this. Like basketball's been handed to me my whole life. You can't be hungrier than me." He could say the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just
you could say I've never had nothing.
Exactly. It's just your own personal understanding, your own mentality, I guess you could say. So it's not like I can't say that I'm hungrier than the next man. I just have to know that I'm hungrier than the next man. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay, I got you. Yeah. I got you. So so you spent 2 years, and then so how do you get from where you are in Toronto to Worthing Thunder?
Zaire Taylor for sure.
Had you seen Zaire play before?
I played against Zaire Taylor.
When did you play against him?
I played against Zaire Taylor for I think it was like 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
I beat Zaire Taylor in the trophy final. I mentioned.
Do you want to say that? Just say that again. Just say that again. So you look down the camera and look in the camera again.
I beat Zaire Taylor in the trophy final. We got the chip.
You beat Zaire Taylor in the final.
Yeah.
What did that feel like, beating Zaire Taylor in the final?
I mean, at that time, we beat Leicester. We hadn't beat Zaire Taylor, you know. Right now, I beat Zaire Taylor. Yeah. But back then, I beat Leicester, and that was a big win because we were the underdogs that year, right? We weren't supposed to win that. We weren't supposed to make it to the final.
Yeah.
But we did, and we won. So it's like, to me, winning that in my first year, like, it's probably the biggest championship that I like really felt. You know what I mean? It definitely weighed a lot.
So wait, now Zaire Taylor is now involved heavily with Worthing Thunder. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
To the dynamics of a guy, a star player, basically you, in your mind, contextualize. I'm using the word again. I love that word that Mr. Fontaine came up with. But you basically put a whooping, or you beat Zaire Taylor. You beat the MVP. You know, Worthing's MVP. You beat him. But when he gets on the phone, he says, "Bro, come play for me." Do you see that as an honor? Do you see that as I whooped your ass, man? I don't play no team. I whooped your ass. What do I play your team for? How do you, Nick Lewis, look? How does that telephone call go through to you? How does that conversation go with you?
I definitely look at it like a respectable opportunity.
Okay.
So by him just even wanting me to be on the team, he obviously has to respect me as a basketball player.
Right.
I respect my game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I respect his game, and I know what he's done. So it was one of those where it's like I definitely expressed my goals and told them where I wanted to go in terms of my career. And yeah, we came to a conclusion. We came to an agreement, and we're both on the same page.
Was the agreement that you don't become MVP player this year?
No, it's not like I'll never make that agreement. But no, the agreement was to definitely come in on the team and you know, help do my part, do what he knows I can.
Let me ask you a question: do you want to be MVP player this year?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I'm just asking.
I want to be MVP or wherever I go.
Do you think you can be?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you like to beat Zaire Taylor again in a way that you win the championship and still end up beating him again? Would that be something that would interest you?
For sure. I I always love wins. I love W's, no matter what form or shape. I love to win.
So now you're in a team, Worthing Thunder. You've seen the other players that are coming in. Is there anybody that catches your eye at Worthing Thunder that you think, he's tasty? Oh, he's quite tasty. I wouldn't mind myself working with him.
To be honest, I didn't know what to expect coming into the NBL.
Yeah,
I didn't know what the players are going to be like, but my team is definitely good. Like, everyone's way better than I thought they were going to be. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to the league or to the team, but I know Zaire. I know what Zaire could do. I know what Alex could do, but I haven't seen anyone else play after that. But definitely a guy like Ishmael and Brendan. Brendan has a solid game, right? We got young guys that know how to play. That they mentally understand the game.
Yeah,
and I can see. Now it's like I feel old talking about young guys. You know what I mean? We're talking about guys on the team that are like 19, 20, whatever.
Do you feel threatened by that, or do you feel?
No, I don't feel threatened like that. It's one of those where it's like I see myself in the younger guys on the team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I can see myself like.
Does that inspire you?
It inspires me to want to be better as a player myself, but to also show them
what you can do,
what they can do based from what I did.
Do you come in with a point to prove? Do you come in with a point already proven? What is it for you?
Both. Like my heart's always on my sleeve, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna see me and not feel my energy like as a basketball player. But I always have something to prove. I don't walk around like I don't walk around like I've done something. As an athlete, I look at it like you always got something to prove. Every practice, every game, every championship, you got something to prove.
He's a very intense character. One guy's very, very focused, very, very serious. Yeah. Do you have any chill out days? I mean, why so serious? When you have chill out days, do you what music do you listen to?
I listen to a lot.
What do you relax to? What do you chill out with? What makes you smile? That's who I see the smile there, because you're really intense, very brooding character.
My people make me smile, man. My family over everything. Let me come back in that camera real quick. FOE.
Yeah.
Family over everything.
Oh wow. Okay. So family make you.
Yeah, family brings out that light, but like I said, like right now, this interview right now, so, you know what I mean? Like, we're having a good time, but it's still business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I can see that you're still very, very much in the
zone. Like I said, there's a way you gotta present yourself.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can still smile, you can joke, you can still be.
But I'm not gonna act out of character.
Oh, okay, I get that. I respect that too.
Yeah.
I respect it too.
Yeah.
So what music do you listen to?
I listen to rap, hip hop.
Favorite artist?
Favorite artist?
Yeah, at the moment. Or what's the tune you listen to? What's this? Everyone's got a season and a tune they listen to 3-4 times a day, maybe. What is it for you?
I'd say I don't have a specific track that I bump every day, but in terms of my favorite artist, I'd probably say J. Cole is my favorite artist.
Okay.
But
what gets you pumped? What tune gets you pumped?
Probably bump some of that Hood Rich Pablo Juan, if you know about him. That's my guy right there.
Okay.
I like his music. He's full of energy, you know. To be honest, I listen to a lot of my family, right? Okay. My family makes music. FOE, my guys make music.
Oh wow!
Monzo makes music. D-Dot makes music. You know what I mean? So I listen to my family. You know what I mean? Because you know, why wouldn't I?
Fantastic. Appreciate that. Instagram. What do you think of Instagram? Really, women taking photographs themselves and looking in cameras, and men doing the same thing as well. Is it all very? What is it? Is it very vanity, or do you understand the promotional side of things?
I definitely understand the promotional side of things because I'm a business owner, right? And Instagram has turned into something else. Like when Instagram first came out, it was like you said, like for pictures and like for your family or your friends or whatever. And then it just eventually it just got bigger and bigger, and it turned into something for the whole world to use as a platform for themselves, like a business, or literally you could start your own platform just using your off your username now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Before it was just like you'd have a like BWTM 113456789 as your username or something like that. You know what I mean? Now it's like like what's your business name? You're gonna put it up on your Instagram.
Absolutely.
So I've definitely seen how Instagram has grown, and I definitely understand it. But it's all about how you use Instagram now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I use Instagram for my platform, for my business, right? But when Instagram first came out, I was doing the selfies and all that stuff. But now it's like
business.
Because it's changed now. It's not the same thing. You can't really look at it like the same thing.
No, you can't. Yeah. It's evolved.
Yeah, exactly.
We talk a lot about family. So if you were to look down the camera now and give a shout out to people, who would you be giving a shout out to now and why?
My closest people to me.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend, my brothers that I grew up with, my family, my mom. My mom is my biggest supporter always. She's been there for me no matter what. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Since she's always found a way to make sure that I was good. She always made sure I was at my basketball games. You know what I mean? So definitely my family. Like my people know who my people are. You know.
And Trinidad. Let's talk a little bit about Trinidad. How often are you in touch with the Trinidad inside of you?
Well, I grew up with my mom, and my mom's Trini, right?
Yeah.
So my mom's Trini to the bone, you know.
Right.
Like I could close my eyes right now and feel the licks I was getting back then.
You know yeah, I'm feeling licks with you.
Yeah, right. Feel that pot spoon on my right now, but like.
When's the last time you had a good doubles?
Probably before I got here. I don't know where to get any doubles in Worthing. I don't know if you could show me the way.
This is Jamaican place up the road.
I went there today. The jerk chicken spot. Yeah. Was it Jimmy's?
How was it, Jimmy's?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. The jerk chicken was good. Yeah, I was actually talking with him for like half an hour.
Jimmy's my boy.
Yeah. I was talking to him for about half an hour. He's a cool guy. He's probably gonna come to the game tomorrow.
Actually. Okay, fantastic stuff. Roti? What else we had? Roti.
Oh, roti. Probably the week before I had doubles before I got here.
CMOS.
I don't eat that.
You have CMOS?
Nah.
Linseed?
Nah. See, now you're going. Now you're a real Trini. you're a real Trini. I'm commercial Trini. I'm second gen Trini. Like I'm Toronto.
Okay.
I'll probably get a Popeyes before I get a a doubles or something.
I'm inspired to ask you this question. I don't know why, but I'm inspired to ask you a question. A player that's had a bad game, had a difficult game, gets shouted at by the coach, keeps focusing on the mistake they made rather than the positive things they made. What would you say to that player that can't get the mistake they made out their head?
Keep playing. Just keep playing because you can't change what just happened. You know what I mean? Where you shoot 5. Let's say you're in a basketball game, you take 5 shots, you miss 5 shots, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be mad at yourself for taking up 5 shots and affect your mentality or your mind state or in a negative way and miss your 6th shot? Or are you gonna say, forget those 5, I'm about to hit my 6? Because that's how I think.
Yeah.
If I miss 10 shots in a row, I'm like, nah, I don't even care. I'm making 11. I miss 11, I'm making 12. I miss 12, I'm making my 13th shot. So that's what I would say. I would say there's no point. You're in a game. The game's too fast to be worrying about what just happened.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What's the difference between a good basketball player and a great basketball player? What do you think it is?
Personally, I think leadership. Because I feel like you could still be a good player. You could be a good player and be a great leader without having to be a great player.
I bet you.
You know what I mean?
People to do
the
work.
Exactly.
What makes a great coach in basketball, though? You can be a great player, but you might not be a great coach. What makes a great coach?
I think what makes a great coach is being able to get what you could get out of every player individually and be able to bring it together and come up with like the way you play your style. You know what I mean?
And here's the last one. What's going to make Worthing Thunder a great team?
We just got to put the pieces of the perfect puzzle together. Right now, we got good pieces. Right now, on paper, we're the best team, right? But until we go through this season and really put these pieces together, then it's like, okay, these guys are just a good team. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I feel like we just need to do what we know we can do all together.
Okay.
But I believe in the pieces that we have for sure.
Okay. So how do people follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at nlew416.
Can you spell that for people?
NLEW416.
Okay. And what about the Make It Work? Is that the same?
Yeah, and Make It Work. You can follow Make It Work on Instagram at Make It Work Global, and on Twitter the same thing.
Okay. Do you want to say anything before you disappear?
Shout out FOE, make it work. You already know what it is. Shout out all my people back home. I appreciate the support everyone's been giving to me the last 2 years. This season is definitely a season that I've been looking forward to. Just for the fact that I haven't been playing the last 2 seasons. So again, I feel like I have something to prove, but I just want to say thank you to everyone back home.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Lewis. Look forward to seeing him playing for Worthing Thunder Basketball.
Appreciate you.
Brother, thank you so much. All the best. Nick Lewis. We're out. Take care.